I'm Alan Richards. Welcome to another edition of Out and About with Kaza, a show about everything in the English-speaking community. Today's episode, we have a very special guest, Heather MacWhirter from Family Ties, and she's come to tell us about her wonderful organization. Welcome, Heather.
Hi, Alan. Thanks for having me.
Great you could be here. So, Family Ties, how long have you guys been around?
Well, I'm starting my 29th year.
Oh, wow.
This year.
So brand new. And why were you created? What does Family Ties do generally?
Well, Family Ties is a maison de la famille. It's a family resource center, and we were created to develop a safe place for families to gather. Anglophone families at the time didn't have a place to go to learn, to share, break social isolation, whatever. So that was why Family Ties was created back in 1995.
In 95. So Maison de Famille, that means like there are other ones like this?
That's right. There's about 280 of them in the province.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Family Ties is the only English one this side of Quebec City, offering solely our services and programs in English, although Francophones can attend if they'd like, but the actual activities are held in English.
In English, nice. Mm-hmm. And so it's a place and a space for families to come together around different activities and different programs. And you have a building in New Carlisle?
Yes.
A brand new one? Or
yes,
an
updated one, renovated one.
That was, you did the renovations last year, or you just did a launch, right?
Yes.
Recently.
Yes.
And how many people work at Family Ties?
Right now, I think we're 10 people. At Family Ties. Yeah.
And what kind of programs is everybody working on?
So we have a little bit of everything. Being a family resource center, we start with prenatal, which we're just getting into some new sessions now. So if anybody's interested in joining a prenatal session, mom, dad, or both, one-on-one, group sessions, whatever, our territory is Shigawak to Cascapedia for the prenatal. Okay. So we start at that, and then we have a baby and me program, 0 to 12 months old, a health gallery, which we call Munchkin Mansion Play School, to prepare kids for school, after-school programs for 6 to 17-year-olds, parent support groups, collective cooking program, community garden, and a New Horizons program for seniors.
Wow, so you're touching on families at all aspects.
All aspects.
So the prenatal, that you said they're not courses, they're sessions, or
yes,
what is it?
That's
what's
right.
entailed
Well,
there?
the main goal of it is to put expecting parents in contact with professionals, professionals that they'd like to see throughout their pregnancy. You know, nutritionalists, the nurse, the midwife. So they could come to Family Ties. It's Amy Major, our early childhood coordinator, who's responsible for that program, and they get together, and we have an invited guest from the health department or community, and we just learn the different services offered for those expecting families.
Okay, so your first baby, or maybe not even, they could find out about resources that are out there, services they might not know.
That's right.
If they had any questions?
Yeah, that's it. And the interesting part about this new session we're into is that we can go as far as Cascapedia, St. Jules, Shigawak. It could be one-on-one sessions, group sessions, you know, so, and schedules, atypic schedules, anything to meet the needs of the families.
So really flexible where you are at that given time.
That's right.
And anywhere in the MRC, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's right.
And if a family were interested in knowing more or reaching out, it would be Amy Major.
Yes, that's right, at Family Ties.
Family Ties, cool. Mm-hmm. And then you talked about Haute Garderie?
Yes.
Munchkin Mansion Playhouse?
Yeah, Munchkin Mansion Play School. That was our original program at Family Ties, because back in '95 I was hired by the CLSC to develop a space for families to gather. Come together for children to learn and parents to show their talents, and so Munchkin Mansion, the parents named that. It's a health gallery, which is a stopgap for daycare services. Okay. You know, if you're at home, if you're not working, if you're on maternity leave, if you're new to the area, those are the kinds of members who you typically join the health gallery.
Okay, what does it entail? They come in from time to time, or is it like an all-week thing? Or?
Well, it goes from Tuesday to Fridays
Okay.
in the morning, and it's an exchange of services, so it's very different from a CPE. And in order for your child to attend, you have to give some of your time.
Right, okay.
So it's kind of an exchange of services.
So you can bring your child in, and then at the same time you do some volunteering and...
That's right, and then you can take advantage of some time away the other days of the week. So say my day is on Tuesday, I come in and help Amy on Tuesday morning, but the rest of the week, well, you know, I can just drop off my child and run errands, make appointments,
Okay, cool. So
whatever.
you go
So
grocery
it's a bit of
shopping and
a
then
respite time too.
And that's Amy again?
Yes, that's Amy again,
Amy's
early
busy.
childhood.
She's busy.
Yeah.
She does everything early childhood
Yeah,
at Family
that's
Ties.
right. Yeah.
And what about I know you have a great kitchen facility at the the updated building. Then you do some collective cooking.
That's right.
What do you do around food security at Family Ties?
Okay, so food security, we're so happy and grateful for our new kitchen, first of all, because our kitchen was in the basement of our other building for all this time. So, you know, it's on the main floor, it's state-of-the-art, it's beautiful. So we run some collective cooking programs. Last year there were 28 collective cooking programs. We offer workshops, demonstration. Last week they had some workshops on pickling beets. Next week it's Jamaican patties. So that's somebody we can have and a guest come in, teach us how to do that, and then those skills are transferable at home. Through that we also run a community garden.
Okay.
All summer, Ariane was busy in the community garden, holding garden socials every Thursday morning and getting gardeners growing their own food. And we have an expert gardener who we share with Collectif Alimentaire in Passbiac, who guides us in the gardening.
Did you have a good crop this year?
We did.
Nice.
We had a beautiful growing season.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you need a lot of water though. It was
Yeah,
warm. It's really
yeah, that's right. But the plants are big. Lots of tomatoes.
So the collective kitchen will be doing some salsa pretty soon.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So who participates in your collective kitchen?
Anybody who wants to.
Okay.
It's available for anybody. We have all kinds of different groups. There's cooking for one. There's an advanced group that cooks by themselves. There's some groups that require coordinators, others who don't. There's parent groups. There's some one-on-one. Anything. Sky's the limit.
Who at your office takes care of that?
That's Melissa Mercier.
Melissa? Okay.
Yeah, Melissa, and Ariane Arsenault helps her in the garden and animates some of the groups. But it's Melissa if you're interested. If anybody was interested in joining a group or even creating a group, like if you had a couple of friends or family who wanted to get together and cook somewhere else in a beautiful kitchen,
Nice.
that's available.
I think
too.
I even saw a group of men doing this, right?
That's right. That's our
thinking
Dad's Dinners men.
Dad's
so
Dinner, yeah.
Dad's Dinners.
I imagine I would be being good in that kitchen, but it's really cool. So if you had like a group or an idea, even if you wanted to get together a gang of people, just get in touch with Melissa.
With Melissa, that's right. And with the Dad's Dinners, it's kind of cool. I'm glad that you mentioned it because, we've been working years to try to implement fathers. And through the cooking, we kind of have been able to do that. And we have a resource person from La Passerelle,
Okay.
Hugues Bugeaud, who is on site along with Carolyn. And just support for men. They can talk about all different kinds of things while cooking and cooking manly kind of stuff, like, pulled pork sandwiches and steak and things like that.
Nice, so they
if
could pick
ever-
up some recipes
Yeah.
and chit-chat with some
That's right.
other
So if there
fathers.
was ever any dads that were interested in coming out, they would contact Carolyn
Carolyn.
for that.
Okay, what else you got going on? I'm trying to remember.
So what else we got? There is a library.
There's a library?
I didn't mention that, but the library is also moved to the first floor with the building renovations because it was traditionally on the second floor, making it difficult for people with accessibility problems or seniors to access the books and whatever. So it's right there. It's on the first floor. It's full of beautiful, wonderful books, and
So it's a legit library. Is it only for kids, or you
no,
just
it's for
mentioned
everybody.
seniors?
It's for the community. It's for the community. We have a children's section, but there is an adult section too. But we're not part of the biblio where we do the exchange of books.
Okay.
Because
you manage your own
Yeah,
books, and
that's right.
So they're in English, obviously.
Yep.
And so you would have stuff for young people, for older people, and everybody in between.
Yep, that's
Nice.
right.
And it's the same as you go and check out a
Yep,
book and bring it
that's
back
right.
when you're done.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you accept donations of books, or do you have your own books?
Traditionally, we did when we had the trading post, but recently we've embarked on the new adventure with the hidden treasures at the basement of the Catholic Church with Casa. So we've been asking people to please bring their books,
there, okay.
because I think that it has a wider spread in the community.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Who takes care of your library for you, or is it just kind of self-sufficient?
It's self-sufficient.
Right,
There's
it's
a little
just-
bit of everybody in there. People come in, they check out the books themselves by signing a release, and they bring them back, and
Nice.
that's it.
You talked about you do some stuff with youth.
Yep.
What
That's
kind of
right.
activities?
So that's Maria Chatterton is our youth program coordinator. We have a bunch of different programs for youth ages 6 to 17. There's Culture Club, which is just a play group for 5 to 6-year-olds. There's a girls group and Firecrackers, and then there's a boys buds group. Go out and do adventures or stay in and cook. They do all kinds of things. So there's about 90 children that come through in those programs per month from 3 different schools.
Okay.
It's quite popular. They do all kinds of amazing things. We finally have received funding. It's Canadian Heritage that funds the youth programs. So it's it's core funding, recurrent funding, things that we can develop the actual program, because we know that there is a budget attached with it. So,
For sure.
And Maria's very creative in finding all kinds of activities and things to do with them.
So that's very popular. Your groups are pretty full.
Yes, and through that, there's a volunteer group also, like a student volunteer group,
Okay.
Who help her with the delivery of the rest of the programming, and gives them an opportunity to show their leadership skills and
Nice.
prepare for the job market and things like that.
Nice. It's awesome that we could do stuff for young people. There's not, get them off of the phones, as we say, get away from the screens, but there's not a lot of things for them to do at that age.
No.
So. And these are weekly programming,
Yeah.
a couple times a week, or a week.
Throughout the year, yeah, from September to May.
What schools are, you said 3 schools?
Well, it's Passaic, New Carlisle, and St. Simeon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. They
Because if
come-
some of our families are there, they come down, and
Amazing. That's
Yeah.
right on. And then we talked about seniors. You said there was a New
Yes.
Horizons program coming.
That's right. So we apply for a New Horizons program each year. So as you know, with the funding and projects and stuff, you have to create something every year in order to acquire the funding. So this year it is Getting to Know You, the title of the project, and we're bringing people in who've to tell their story to the seniors, how they got here, what they're doing, business people. I think Shannon Major next week from Wild Willow Soapery, he's coming in to show them how to make lip balm and hand cream, whatever not.
Nice.
So it's just plain old regular community members who are extraordinary and doing extraordinary things, who just come in and tell their stories
Okay.
to the seniors.
And they come into your center?
Yep.
Okay. And the seniors are going to congregate there? And,
Yes, inside or outside. Yeah, so.
And like you already have all of your people lined up that are going to come in, or
Well,
if
it's
somebody's out there
Madeline
and
Hayes is working on this project.
nice.
Madeline took on a little, it's only 5 hours a week or something, and she's been developing that. So she's got a lot of good ideas, because she worked for you for years in the senior wellness centers. So she knows seniors, and she knows their
awesome.
interests. But the thing is that she's trying to just expose as many community members
Okay.
as possible.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
If you want to share your love or passion of something that you do, then you get in touch with Madeline.
That's
or
right.
On the other side, if you're a senior and you'd be interested to come in and
That's
hear
it.
about these things, you reach out to Madeline there.
Yes.
Well, there's a lot going on at Family Ties.
Yes.
You guys are busy.
Oh, we try to. We try to stay busy. Yeah.
And you have volunteers that work with you as well?
Yes, we do.
What kind of volunteerism could I do if I wanted to
Well,
help out?
for instance, like in the Baby and Me program, you could come in and hold babies,
Oh, wow.
rock babies,
That's a thing?
while the moms have a coffee and chit chat and get to know the professionals and things like that. You could come in and sort the books in the library,
Okay.
enter them all in the system. You can help in the garden. You can help in the grounds. A little bit of everything, because we've learned that volunteers, it's not just one thing. We want them to be happy and to do something enjoyable. So we try to go with their interests.
For sure. For
Yeah.
Sure. So it's not only about going to get services, but you can also lend
Give
a hand
back.
and
Yeah.
give back as well.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to find out more, or they want to get involved, they want to volunteer, or they want to take advantage of your services, how do they get in touch?
So I would suggest you can call Family Ties at 418-752-7265. You could reach out through Messenger. Family Ties has a Facebook page. You can message us. The coordinators are all on that. They'll see your message, and then it'll be directed to where you need to go. And you can check out our website, family-ties.org, to see all our programs and services.
So lots of ways you could call, get on Facebook, or check out the web. and-
That's right.
Well, I'm really glad you came to tell me about Family Ties today and everything that you're doing. It was great to have you, and I can't wait to find out more. And the next time that you can come by and visit us.
Thank you so much, Alan, for having me.
Good
It's a pleasure.
be here. Please come back to our next episode of Out and About with Kaza. We'll be exploring more and delving into everything English-speaking community around our area. Thank you for coming, and have a nice day.